Okay, hey guys, how you doing? Today I want to make a video about the Japanese driving test. I was gonna post a rant, the Japanese driving test is really notorious for being really nitpicky and difficult and not very practical in terms of actually driving. And so I went and I failed the first time, and I came home and I was gonna make a rant, but I went back the next day and I passed, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not that mad. And there's no shame in failing a test like this because I hate to say it, but I feel like a lot of it does come down to who you get that's testing you. And also, you have to do what they want. Don't think about how you actually drive whatsoever. Okay? Think about how a really, really old grandma drives, okay? And she doesn't want to run over any bugs. Like, that's honestly how you should drive. But anyways, I do think it's possible to pass on your first try if you can cross all your T's and dot all your I's. So I want to kind of talk about how to pass. But before that, I do kind of just want to go over the basics of the test. There's two parts to the test: a written test and a driving test. The driving test is not on the actual road. The driving test is on a course. The written test is extremely easy, and it's all true or false questions. And they're so easy that I kind of thought that I was getting them wrong. It's like this. If you see this sign, and it's a sign that says, buses get the right of way. Now, it's in Japanese, so I understood the kanji, though. So, buses get the right of way. If you see this sign, and a bus is behind you, do you have to move for the bus? And I'm like, I think so. Is this a trick question? Like, that's how simple it is. So don't even worry about that. If you've ever driven a vehicle and know basic driving rules, don't worry about the written test. But the driving test is what sucks. Like I said, it's on a course, it's not on the actual road, and every day the route will change. So the course doesn't change at all, but the route will change every day. And the annoying part is, one of the many annoying parts is, you have to memorize the course. So you get there and you can do this all in one day. So in the morning I pass the written test, and then in the evening I go to take the driving test. Before the driving test, you have an hour to walk the course. So you can walk the course with your map, and you're kind of like, okay, so I do this and turn here, and at this place I stop, whatever, I turn right, and you have to memorize the course. Now when you're driving, you can ask for directions. 次は右ですね. And they'll be like, そうですね, migi. Or, 左です. So, and you don't get marked down for that, so don't worry about asking. Like, I asked several times just to make sure I was going the right way. Because if you do go off course, I'm pretty sure you fail. So don't hesitate to ask, just confirm, straight, right, left. So the memorizing wasn't as big as a deal as I thought. When I was there and I saw the course, I'm like, oh, this is going to be such a pain to memorize. But then when I walked it, I had time to walk it twice. Then I was like, okay, this shouldn't be too bad. And then I got in the car and I had a general idea of where to go. And then if I was ever unsure, I just asked. The difficult part is you have to memorize the course and then keep so many other things in mind. Things that you normally won't pay attention to as much if you drive. So for example, they want you to check your blind spots and your mirrors every single time you turn. If you're at a stop sign and you're gonna turn left, you stop, you look both ways, and you turn, right? They're like, no, you have to check your mirrors, check your blind spots, and then look, okay, I'm good to go. You need to check every time with your eyes. They're like, you have to look. You can't just trust your mirrors. Also, make it extremely obvious that you're checking. So I'm driving, right? Then I'm looking at my rear view like this, I'm moving my eyes and I'm looking, I'm barely moving my head. But they can't tell that you're looking. So when you do that, you're kind of setting yourself up to fail, unfortunately. So check very obviously. Go okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to turn. It's that kind of thing. It's really annoying. And also speed. I heard that you get marked down for going super slow, but I went super slow the whole time. I mean, the final stretch, I got up to 45 or 50 kilometers an hour, and that's the fastest I went, and it was never an issue. I think it's better to play it safe and go slower and make sure you're checking your mirrors and your blind spots every time than to try and go a natural speed. So yeah, just kind of make sure you're driving defensively. The way I put it is, drive as if you are in a crowded elementary school parking lot. Like, that is honestly how they want you to drive. Slowly, check every blind spot, literally at any intersection, anytime you turn, anytime you change lanes. Use your blinker. And remember, like, when you're going to turn in Japan, if I'm going to turn left, I'm in the middle of the lane, right? I'm driving. If I'm turning left, I put on my blinker, I scooch to the left a little bit, get to my stop, check my mirrors, check my blind spot, and then make my turn. You don't just keep going straight, turn on your blinker, stop, check, and go. You have to do the little scooch thing. So you have to do everything exactly how they want you to, or you will not pass. What else? Also, people say, like, before you get in the car, check it. Like, oh, go to the front. I don't know if that matters. I mean, I did it just in case. But I felt so dumb. Like, I'm there looking at the test. Like, I know it's fine. Like, and I don't even ever do this when I drive. But it's like, you know, just to, I guess, make sure. I checked, make sure the trunk was actually shut and all that. But I don't know if you have to. He told me that when you're taking off or when you're going to park, use your blinker to signal that you're going to go to the side and park, or that you're going to come from the side and take off. So use your blinker, obviously, when you do that. I didn't do that on my second time even, but I passed, so I guess it's not a failable offense. You're going to have to do some really weird turns. When you do, like, the Z turn thing, you'll see it. It's like a little Z thing. When you do that, you can back up, okay? So you can back up and, like, reline or whatever, but when you do that, make sure you stop, check your mirrors, and completely check all around you. Because when I stopped the first time and I did not do that, I got marked down. So yeah, just to recap, don't worry about the written test. It's extremely easy. When it comes to memorizing the course, make sure you have the time to walk it once or twice. And then after that, don't hesitate to ask for directions. It's really not that difficult. Make sure you check your mirrors, your rear view, your side mirrors, and your blind spots every time you turn. Every time you change lanes. Every time you back up. Like, every time. And make it very obvious that you're doing that. Don't worry too much about the speed, okay? Some people say, hey, go fast. Make it look like you're really confident. I didn't go too fast, and I passed. Also, the blind, I didn't mention this, but the blind intersection, there's no stop sign on either side, but you can't, like, see. You're supposed to go into those under 10 kilometers an hour. So when you approach it, slow down, hit 10 kilometers an hour or lower. Really check, and then go. And then, yeah, details should be on this little sheet that they give you when you get there. So make sure you look that over. But I think the biggest thing is just like I said, act like you're driving in a crowded elementary school parking lot. They want you to have that kind of caution all the time, even though no one actually drives like that. And that's how Japan is. Anyways, if you're taking a test, good luck to you. Let me know any other questions you guys have in the comments. Follow me on Instagram. Hit that subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.